Hello, hello. I am so excited that you are here with me today. I am Marley. I'm the owner of the Cradle Coach Academy, and you are here for our Ultimate Sleep Consulting Marketing Workshop. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. I have pre recorded the workshop earlier today so that I can engage with you all in the chat. So feel free throughout, if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and I am happy to answer them along the way. I will be here with you live the entire time. So at the end, I will be here to answer questions live as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start the workshop, and I am excited to answer any questions that you have as we go. So before we dive in, I would absolutely love if you would be willing to share with us in the chat where you are located in the world. I just love seeing where everybody is from and getting to know everybody a little bit better from that perspective. And for me, I am located in Texas in the United States. All right, so welcome again. We are going to be covering today how to become a sleep consultant and build a business that fits your life. So this is the ultimate marketing workshop for sleep consultants. And before we dive in officially, I am Marley. I am a certified sleep consultant, mom of three, and the owner of the Cradle Coach and the Cradle Coach Academy. And one of the most important things that you need to know about me is that I became a sleep consultant without knowing anything about business or marketing. And so I jumped right in. I was super excited to support families and I was super passionate about that, but I had no idea what I was doing from a business perspective. And it took me literally years of piecing things together before I realized that knowing how to help families is not enough. You need systems, strategies, and support to be able to build a business that actually lasts. And so that is why we do things completely different at the Cradle Coach Academy. Our students walk away as certified pediatric sleep consultants and confident entrepreneurs who are fully equipped to launch, grow, and scale their businesses. So I want you to be able to envision what this would look like for you specifically. And so to do that, we're going to look at three different paths. These are real women who made the leap and who went through our program, and you're going to hear more about them later. But for now, let's just give you an overview of who they are and a little bit of their backstory. So first we have Lindsay. Lindsay is the corporate exit strategist. She was climbing the ladder, but she was sick of sacrificing her time and missing moments. She built her sleep consulting business on the side while still working her 9 to 5, and now she is on her way to leaving her 9 to 5. And this is something that she shared with me in the beginning. I wanted more time with my kids, but I still needed to contribute financially. Then we have the stay-at-home dream launcher, Lexi. Lexi loved being a present mom, but she craved something of. She started part-time. She replaced her old income that she was earning before she became a stay-at-home mom, and now she runs her business during nap time. So she shared with me, I wanted something that felt like me, something that gave me purpose and flexibility so that she could continue to stay home with her kids. And then we have Jessica, the career blender. She was already helping families, and so this could be you if you are a doula, healthcare worker, or in childcare. She is specifically an occupational therapist, and she wanted to be able to expand her services and get more flexibility in the work that she does. So sleep consulting allowed her to earn more with less hours and make a deeper impact. She shared with me, I already had the passion. I just needed the path to grow it and grow it in a different way. So I want you to know that you are not crazy. You are just done settling, and that is okay. You've built a life that looks fine from the outside, but deep down, something feels off, even if you can't pinpoint exactly what that is. You know that you want more purpose in your work, more time for what matters, and more flexibility to live life your way. And still, part of you wonders, can I really do this? And I want to tell you that you can, and we're going to show you how today. So you are in the right place if you've been told that the safe path, which is, it could be a corporate job, staying home, or working in care, is all that there is. Maybe you want more flexibility and freedom, but you're scared to lose the stability of that regular paycheck. You might keep asking yourself, is this all there is? But you don't know what the next step could look like. So if you are feeling stuck between what you want and what actually feels possible, then this workshop is your starting line. This training is not for you if you are just looking to make fast cash, if you are not excited about working with babies, toddlers, and supporting parents, if you are not open to learning, growing, or doing things that feel a little bit scary, if you want the dream, but you won't put in the work to get there. So, this is a space for women who are kind, coachable, and ready to build something meaningful. And so, if that is you, you will feel right at home. Here's what we're going to talk through today: what sleep consultants actually do and why families are paying $300 to $1,500 or more for support, how to build a business that fits into your life, nap time, bedtime, anytime. 3 simple, non sleazy ways that our graduates are getting clients without posting every day, what it takes to become a certified consultant, and the fastest path to getting paid. And then lastly, how to know if this is the right next step for you. Before I was a sleep consultant, I was doing everything I was supposed to do. I had the job, I had a great income, and I had a schedule that was absolutely packed to the brim. I knew that there had to be more to life than this version that I was living, but I had no idea where to start. I started Googling, and that is when I found sleep consulting, or more like it found me through a ad. I didn't have a business background. I literally just had a gut feeling that this was the right thing for me, and I decided that I was going to give it a shot. So I got certified, I started taking clients, and in less than 7 months, I left my $150,000 salary. I stopped paying for after school care, and I built a business that actually fits my family and fits my life. Now I run the Cradle Coach Academy, and I help other women launch meaningful, freedom-based businesses as certified sleep consultants. And I also want you to know I'm not special. There's nothing different about me. I literally just decided to start and gave it my all and did everything that I could to make this business successful. And I know what you're thinking right now, because it is exactly what I was thinking before I got certified and what I hear from women all the time. I'm not a salesperson. And you are not alone in this. Again, 90% of our students say this whenever they start, and they tell me, I don't think I can do it because I'm not salesy, or I don't think I can do this because I've never sold anything in my life, or I don't want to be that annoying friend who's messaging other people trying to get them to buy something. But here's what we've seen. When you are clear, confident, and consistent, you do not need a huge following. You don't have to be salesy. You do need a simple strategy that actually works. And we show you exactly how to get clients without cold DMs, or without feeling like you are putting pressure on people to buy something that they may not even want. So stick with us, and we are going to help you see how this is possible for you, even if you identify as a non-salesperson. So, what is actually possible whenever you follow a proven plan? Many of our students recoup their investment within 90 days of certification, and actually, a lot of our students do it even faster than that. And you're going to see some examples of that today. Parents gladly pay $300 to $1,500 for expert sleep support. You can land paying clients right after training, and we show you exactly how to do that. And again, we even have students who start getting paying clients before they even graduate. So you're going to learn all about that today. You do not have to go viral. You don't even have to post on social media regularly. You just have to get visible, and we show you exactly how to do that. So I want you to think about things from a different perspective whenever it comes to earning money and earning an income. And right now, we are so set in this mindset of trading time for dollars. How much do I have to work in order to get this amount of money? And a lot of times we're either earning an hourly rate or a salary rate, but either way, we have to work X amount of time to earn that amount of money. But what if you could actually earn more without adding more hours, without needing a second job, and without losing time with your kids? Sleep consulting is truly a high impact part-time path where clients pay you for your expertise, not for your hours and not for your time. Before we keep going, I want to just explain a little bit about what sleep consulting actually is, because some of you may be here and you may already know exactly what it is, because maybe you already worked with a sleep consultant, or you just are really familiar with the field. And others of you may be here because you're excited about the idea of helping families and earning an income from home, but you still don't really know what this looks like. So you need to understand that there are these four basic components to being a sleep consultant. Number one, we are absolutely judgment free and we are really great listeners. We need to be able to hear and be able to allow the mom or dad that we're talking to feel seen, to feel heard. And we do that with absolutely zero judgment. We are also a sleep gap identifier. So after going through our training, you will be able to very easily and clearly go through somebody's story of their sleep situation and identify the gaps that are leading to them to having that negative sleep situation. We are problem solvers. After we identify those gaps, we help put a plan in place that is going to help that family solve that problem quickly. And we are a parenting team member. We are not just out there saying, do this, do that. We are working in conjunction with the family, with the parents, in order to create plans that actually work for them, not just tell them exactly what to do and move on. And the transformation that our students actually provide looks exactly like this. So this is a real example of clients that I have worked with. The first one is a 6-month-old who had to be held for every single nap and overnight sleep. His mom literally said, I feel like my toddler is getting nothing from me because I spend all of my time with the baby. Then after she worked with me and got the transformation that she came to me for, she said, this really is amazing to have him sleep. As corny as it sounds, having him sleep is life-changing. I finally have time and energy to do things. Then we have an 11-month-old. This 11-month-old was waking up every 2 to 3 hours overnight. He had short naps and she and him were totally exhausted. His mom said, last night was brutal. He cried almost every hour. We have to make a change. Then after we started working together, she sent me this message. This was, I think, just a few days in. And she said, Marley, I'm blown away. He cried for 5 minutes last night, fell asleep sitting again. And then eventually my husband went and laid him down and he went to sleep. Then he only woke up one time, but was able to put himself back to sleep. It's amazing. So these are the types of messages that if you feel excited about these, if you feel like, oh, that's amazing, then that is a really good sign that this is the type of work that you would be excited doing, because these are messages that when I get them in the morning and I wake up to these messages, it just reinforces literally every single day that I love my job and I love what I do, and that I'm so grateful that I figured this out and am able to help families see these positive changes in their life. Okay, so before we go into the actual marketing plan and sales plan and all of that, I want to talk about financials, because this is super important for you to understand. If you are getting into this to make money, then you need to know, do the financial realities of this business align with your goals or not? Because if they don't, then it's probably not a good fit, right? And if they do, then awesome. You can stick around and we can keep going. So let's look at that. Okay, so if you want to work around 8 hours per week, you would be looking at around $2,700 per month of earnings. If you wanted to work a little bit more, around 15 hours per week, you're looking at about $5,200 per month. If you wanted to work a little bit closer to full-time, but still nowhere near full-time, so 25-ish hours a week, you would be looking at about $8,600 per month. So these are averages based on a student or graduate charging $400 per client. Many of our students actually charge closer to $1,000 per client, or $800, $900, something like that. So these are very baseline, realistic starting numbers, and then you can always scale from there, or you can always scale down from there. If you're like, you know what, I just want to sell, one client a week, or I just want to work like 2 hours a week, you can make that work for you and you can just adjust accordingly. So how does it actually work? Like, how do we get from, becoming a sleep consultant and then actually making that amount of money? So sleep consultants typically offer one-on-one sleep support packages that are priced between $300 and $1,500 or more. So just doing the math on that, if you charged $600 per client and you helped just 5 families a month, that would be around $3,000 per month, working about 7 to 8 hours a week. Many students, again, will scale well beyond this, but this is a very realistic, very part-time baseline if you follow all of the steps and the guidelines and everything like that that we share with you inside our program. Okay, so now let's talk about how you can fast track your success in your business as a sleep consultant and how we help you do that. So these are the 3 proven ways to find clients. Again, no cold DMs required. These are real strategies that our students use every single day. And they are real strategies that work, even if you've literally never sold a thing in your entire life. So those 3 strategies are social media marketing, strategic partnerships and referrals, and then referrals from past clients. Let's go ahead and jump in. The first one that we're going to talk about is social media. And I always say this is the elephant in the room because one of the most common questions that I get from prospective students is, do I have to become a social media influencer to be successful in this world? And the answer is absolutely not. So let's talk about it. So for social media marketing, this is a great marketing approach. It's not something that I would ever tell you to avoid. It's something that you definitely want to consider doing. However, this is not the only thing that you should be doing, and you do not have to be on social media all the time or be an influencer to be successful. So here's some myths or falsehoods that a lot of people believe. Most people believe that they have to show up daily and churn out content like crazy. They have to follow trends and chase the algorithm, give away tons of free tips, turn into a personal brand overnight, spend all their time on social media, and become a certified influencer to grow their biz. These things are not true. So please just, listen to what I'm about to tell you and believe me that you do not have to do these things to be successful. So again, that is just wrong. And here's how we actually help you do it way smarter than that. So the Cradle Coach Academy way is to post with purpose. Belief shifting is way more powerful than tip dumping. You want to build a presence so that clients can find you, not so that you're glued to your phone. Show up as yourself. This is so critically important. Show up as who you actually are, not who you think you're supposed to be. Use content to connect, not to perform. I want you to hear that again. Use content to connect, not to perform. So we're not dancing on reels. We're not doing crazy TikTok trends. We are using content to find our people and to allow them to find us. And then let social support your business, but not run your business. So let's go through a couple of examples. Here's one, and this is like the wildest, craziest example that I could possibly give you. Katie is one of our graduates. She is the owner of Well Rested Wee Ones. She has, at this point in time, well over 500,000 followers. Again, she is like the big, crazy social media success example. So is her success on social the norm? Absolutely not. Not everybody's social is going to explode like that. Not everybody's going to like go viral and have this crazy Instagram explosion on social media. But I'm about to show you, you also do not have to have 500,000 followers to make the money that you want to make. You just have to show up consistently and passionately and connect with people. So let's look at another example. This is Lindsay. So if you remember from the beginning, whenever I gave you the 3 different examples of our 3 typical types of students, this is the real Lindsay, who is our corporate exit strategist. So you can see Lindsay has 49 followers on Instagram. She has about 100 followers on Facebook. She got referrals from her volunteer clients that she worked with during our program. She put herself out there in Facebook mom groups in the beginning. She made genuine connections with moms on social media. She was not afraid to ask how she could support them. And then she made the sales and she got the referrals. So this message is a real message that she sent me 4 weeks after she graduated from our program, and she was in our Support Plus program. So her investment was well over $4,000. Meaning she earned over $4,000 in her first month of having her business. So Lindsay is an excellent example. You do not have to go viral. You don't have to have a crazy huge following. You just have to be genuine, and you have to be willing to show up, and you have to be willing to connect with people. So we're going to talk more about Lindsay in just a minute, but just wanted to give you that overview so you could see, like, you don't have to have a crazy following. It's just about doing the things the right way. And we teach you all of that. So here is how you actually build a social media presence that works. Inside TCCA, we will actually walk you through all of these things. So we walk you through what to post and why it works, no tip dumping, how to attract aligned clients without dancing or trending, like we talked about earlier, how to write content that connects, converts, and feels like you, and then setting healthy boundaries so that social doesn't run your business or your life. We don't just tell you, be authentic, and then send you on your way. We actually give you the tools, templates, and support to actually do it. All right, so that is social media. Let's talk about strategic partnerships next. We're going to talk about how to build genuine local connections that actually bring you clients without selling to friends and family. So what does this actually look like? How does this work? We teach you how to connect with people who already serve your ideal client, so other moms, but in a different way. So I want you to think about pediatricians, lactation consultants, massage therapists, local service providers for busy moms like laundry service or laundry delivery. The key to this is that it's not about selling. It's about showing up as a resource, building trust, and becoming somebody that they are excited to refer. This allows you to grow your business and grow your reach so much faster than you could ever do on your own because you are leveraging somebody else's existing audience, and then you're also providing that support to them as well. So strategic partnerships really leads to clients on repeat from people who already trust you. And so here's a couple of examples of this. And I want you to remember Lexi, who again was from our first couple of slides where we talked about our typical students, and she is our stay-at-home mom dream launcher. She started out by connecting with local mom group admins. She worked with a few for free. They shared her business over and over and over again. Her presence and reach grew super quickly. She shared with me on a podcast episode that she did with me about 6 or 8 months ago that in her first month of business, she had like 6 clients. Second month, she had like 15. Third month, she had like 20. It was crazy. Her growth was insane. And so she went on to build a very, very full-time income, working very part-time. She said to me on that podcast episode that her first clients came from partnerships with local businesses, not Instagram. But then working with these local businesses allowed her Instagram to grow as well. And so it was just this it was this ecosystem that then continued to support each other and continued to grow her business. So how we actually help you inside TCCA with building these partnerships that work for you. We teach you how to identify referral partners in your niche and location, what to say and how to say it without being awkward or feeling uncomfortable, how to nurture those relationships without selling to them, what tools to use, like value-packed resources that you can share with these individuals and businesses. You don't have to sell yourself. You need to just work on building trust and making connections, and we help you do both of these things. All right, so the last marketing tool is referrals, turning happy families into your best marketing tool. Referrals don't just happen by luck. They happen when you learn to deliver amazing client experiences and make it easy for people to send other people your way. So inside the Cradle Coach Academy, we teach you how to build deep trust during your support process, how to set up referral-friendly systems without being salesy, how to plant the seed early so families naturally want to tell their friends about you, and how to turn every happy client into a ripple effect of new ones. So here is our last example from the beginning. Jessica, our career blender. Jessica is a occupational therapist. I shared that earlier, and she was able to take her first volunteer clients and turn that into referrals immediately. She had a wait list of clients ready to hire her from referrals before she even graduated. She has grown super quickly and steadily from referrals alone. She reached out to me about 4 months after she graduated. And at that point, she had already graduated, worked with and graduated over 60 clients, which is insanity. And that is not I'm not telling you you're going to graduate and work with 60 clients in the first 3 months. Could it happen? It happened for her. But I'm just telling you, it is absolutely possible to build a very successful business and build it quickly. So you can see here, one of the messages she sent us whenever she was graduating was that I'm so thankful for this experience and an absolute shock at how many families are already on my wait list. And those were directly from those volunteer clients she worked with through her graduation and certification process. Okay, so how we help you build a referral friendly business. Inside the Academy, we give you our proven client experience framework so that you're wowing every single family. We give you easy to use email and message templates to encourage referrals. We give the exact language to use, post support that doesn't feel awkward, and lifetime mentorship so that you can come to us and get support anytime you need it so that you can tweak your approach as you grow. Referrals are not random. They are a result of intentional, repeatable steps that we teach you exactly how to do. So we show you exactly how to do that and how to build that from day one. And a lot of it is built into our volunteer process as well that you get inside our program. So here's one thing that I think is super important to understand. These 3 strategies are typically not going to be used alone. They're typically going to be used in conjunction with each other. And it gets so much easier over time. It may feel like, oh my gosh, I still have to post all the time, or I still have to build these connections, or whatever it might be. But here's the reality. As you start working with clients and as you start building that group of people who are your biggest fans, that is going to make life so much easier. And so most graduates will start by focusing heavily either on social media or partnerships. And this is where you start to build that trust, that visibility, and you get your early clients. Then as you serve those clients well, referrals start to take the lead. And so your happy clients become your best marketers. They're out there spreading the word about you without you having to put in that effort as much. It does take building that groundwork, but the kind of groundwork that you'll be doing is the kind that pays off. Lindsay, who again is my example from earlier on the social media section and who is my corporate exit strategist, she said, putting myself out there was the hard groundwork, but it is paying off. So I was building out these slides for you guys and thinking through what I wanted to talk about and thinking through all of the amazing examples of graduates and success stories that we have. And whenever I was talking to Lindsay, I was like, you know what? Let me ask her. I want to know directly from her how that has shifted in her business. And so we talked about earlier how Facebook and Facebook groups were her primary strategy in the beginning. And so I asked her yesterday if there is any change that she's seen over the last about 8 months that she's been in business. And so I asked her, you know, would you still say that they are pretty much all coming from social media, or have you seen any changes in how your client flow is happening? And she said, I would say that it mainly started with that being social media. And now it is probably 60% social media and introducing myself to people, and then 40% referrals. Okay, so in the beginning, it was like 90% social media. Now it's like 60% social media and 40% referrals. And so she said, once I got clients under my belt, they tell everyone about me and it makes it easier. Putting myself out there was the hard groundwork, but now it's paying off. And I also want you to keep in mind, like I just said, she's only been in business about 8 months. And so this is just the beginning for her. And she has shared with me financial numbers, and she is doing amazingly well while still working full time. She could leave her full-time job now if she wanted to, but she is holding off just to kind of build up some, savings and things like that first. But again, this is super early on. She's going to continue to see that change and grow to about probably 75% referrals instead of it being 40%. And so I just want you to understand this is just the beginning. And from here, it gets easier and easier as you provide incredible service to the clients that you work with, and they want to tell everybody about you. All right, so it's go time. Let's talk about how we actually help you do this. And so you've seen what's possible. You've seen several examples so far. And so now let's break down how exactly we help you go from maybe this could work to this is my actual business that I love. So here is a real timeline that you could expect to follow within our program and our process. So what would it look like to be certified and supporting clients in literally just a few months? So in September, you would be looking at completing your sleep education. In October, you would look at beginning the client education and the volunteer work. And then November, you would be finishing up your volunteer work and your business and marketing training. And then you would be well on your way to launching your business and making money as early December. So you could literally have a new business up and running and income coming in before the end of the year. And so I want you to go back to why you joined this workshop. Why did you click to sign up for it? Why did you register for it? You are here for a reason. Whether you are craving purpose, freedom, more time with your kids, or the ability to actually help families, this path was made for you. Sleep consulting is not just a certification, it is a career that changes lives, starting with yours. So here is what this career can actually offer you: a flexible schedule that works for your family, income doing work that actually matters, community, mentorship, and support for the long haul, confidence in building your own business. And if there is one thing that you take away from today, it is this: you do not have to figure this out alone. We will be there every step of the way to help you find the success that you're looking for. And so I want you to know also, everything that I just shared with you, you saw the examples, so you probably already know this, but just to reinforce it, this is not just theory, this is real. These are the real things that our students are doing every single day to build profitable businesses. And these are the exact things that I did to be able to leave my $150,000 salary 7 months after I got certified. So I want you to meet Yusra. Yusra is a TCCA grad who built momentum very quickly and has created a business that keeps growing. So 1 month after graduating, she sent me this message. She said, I think I graduated 1 month ago too, and I paid off my tuition a few days ago. So this is another example of Support Plus. She was in the Support Plus program. So her investment was like $4,500 at the time. And so that means she earned that back in just the first month after graduating. And I want you to think about this. Most people who start side hustles or businesses, they are not even finishing getting their businesses or their side hustle set up by the time Yusra paid back her full investment. And then 6 months after graduating, she sent me this update. It's been so busy. It's so great. I cannot believe I graduated less than 6 months ago. She is still growing. She's still booked out, and she's still absolutely in love with her business. So when you start with the right support, success does not have to be slow. It can happen super quickly if you just follow a proven path and you do the things that you need to do to get there. So the obvious question is, how can you apply this system for leveraging the power of and profiting from our system to become a successful sleep consultant? So you have a choice. You can wait for the elusive right time that will literally never come, or you can take a chance on yourself and jump in now and take that first step toward actually building the dream that you want. So what is the Cradle Coach Academy's Pediatric Sleep Consultant Certification Program? It is our complete step-by-step certification program and business accelerator. It is designed to take you by the hand and help you to become a successful sleep consultant with no missing steps, no confusion. It is the quickest and most effective way to get from zero sleep or business background to becoming a sleep expert and confident business owner in as little as 3 months. So what exactly is it? It is the best of both worlds. You get a self-paced program with live support. We meet you where you are throughout the program. So whether you are somebody who is like ready to go and you're going to move through it super, super quickly, or you're somebody who is going to take your time and spread it out over several months, you get our live support and we meet you where you are in the process. You get 24/7 instant access, and it is self-paced so you can study when it works for you. It is literally step by step. Nothing is left out at all, from the sleep section to the business section. We thought of everything and we are always adding more. And then it is a constant growing community of smart and savvy women who are on the same journey as you and who are incredibly supportive and encouraging. So inside our program, this is what you actually get. So you get the sleep science that works. You will learn everything from newborn sleep foundations to toddler regressions and beyond. You will graduate ready to confidently support families with children ages newborn all the way to 7 years. You get real client practice. So you get real hands-on experience and guided case studies and you get to work with volunteer clients with our mentorship and support, so that when you graduate, you're not guessing. You actually know what you know what you're doing, and you know how to truly make a difference in these families' lives, and you have testimonials to back you up from your volunteer clients. Then business building foundations. We teach you how to set up your business, how to attract your first clients, and how to price your offers with confidence. Then we do marketing that feels good. No influencer energy required. You learn how to show up online in a way that is authentic, strategic, and scalable, plus other ways to find clients beyond social media, like we just talked about. And then you get lifetime mentorship and support, because questions don't stop once you graduate. You will have a team in your corner for life. This is not just about checking boxes and getting certified. It is not that simple, I promise. It is about building a business, one that allows you to change lives, earn income, and finally work on your own terms. So are you ready to start your new career? I would love to make it official and have you join us. So whenever you enroll in the next 4 days, because you attended our workshop, you will save $400. You will get lifetime access and mentorship, and you can lock in your spot before the next price increase. For those of you in the United States, we also offer Affirm, Klarna, and Afterpay as payment options. Unfortunately, they're only available in the United States, but you can get a payment plan for as little as about $130 per month with Affirm. You can start building your business today with lifetime support behind you. So I want to show you a couple more examples. These are real graduates of ours. This first one says, "Thank you. I had such a great experience and learned so much. The volunteer experience was the main reason I picked this program, and I feel like I am graduating with so much confidence, although still a tad nervous. I appreciate all you do. Your voice has been in my earbuds for the past 8 months, listening to podcast episodes on repeat, and I'm thankful that I pulled the trigger and got certified." Then we have, "I am so excited and working on my final essay. Thank you so much for helping me make my dream come true. It has been life-changing already." And then, "Can I just thank you for encouraging me to go with the program? It has literally changed my life and my future. I love what I do, and I am truly so happy to where it doesn't feel like work." And then she shared, "I had a call on Monday that my main job is doing layoffs, and they were coming to 35,000 employees. I did not have the same panic feeling I did last year because I chose to invest in myself, and now I have a successful business that is thriving. I have 3 active clients this week and another one starting Monday and a sales call tomorrow." Okay, so quickly, here's what happens after you enroll. The moment that you join, you get instant access to everything that you need to start building your business and getting certified. You get access to your student dashboard, all of your training modules in one place. You get access to your certification roadmap, so you always know what's next and where to start, where to go forward. Then you get lifetime access to our community and mentorship, your template scripts and business tools that are ready to use, and a support team on standby to help you get started strong. We do not just certify you. We walk with you from day one until you are confidently running your own business. And then lastly, if you are already certified and you are looking for more marketing support, we do have several options to give you the support that you need at a lower investment cost to recognize the work that you've already put in. So send me a message on Instagram and I'm happy to chat with you about how we can help. So now it is your turn. Let's go ahead and turn it over to you for any questions that you have about our program, about the business of sleep consulting. Really and truly, any questions at all, I am more than happy to chat through them. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into questions. I had a few questions submitted ahead of time on Facebook for our live that is over there. And then as I'm talking, if y'all have any other questions, feel free to keep dropping them and I will jump back and forth. Okay, so the first question that I had submitted from Rachel, she said, "How many volunteer families do we work with during the program, and are we responsible for finding our own volunteer families?" Okay, so starting with responsible, yes. So we give you all of the information that you need to be able to successfully find those volunteers. We give you templates, we give you guidance on where our students have been most successful in finding volunteer families, what to look for in the volunteer families to make sure that they are really setting you up for success, because as I shared throughout the workshop, there are
a lot of cases where our students have gotten their first paying clients due to referrals from volunteers. And so we want to make sure that you're picking the right people, and that you're going to have a great experience by getting a lot of variety in the families that you're working with. So yes, you are responsible for finding your own, but we do support you through that process. And we very, very rarely have anybody have difficulty finding volunteers. Typically, it's the opposite. They have like 20 to 30 people who are saying, please pick me, and then they have to kind of narrow it down. And then how many families do you work with? You work with 5 volunteer families throughout the certification process. Okay, so then the next question that I had was from Maya. She is about volunteers too. How long does each volunteer case usually take? So we recommend that you offer 2 weeks of support to the families that you're working with as volunteers, because that is like kind of the typical amount of time that you'll be working with paid clients as well. And so it gives you the full experience, and it allows you to spend enough time with the family to ensure that they are getting the full experience and that they have gotten everything that they need from that experience, so that they feel confident in submitting the evaluation that you will ask them to submit at the end of the time working together. So we give lots of information on how to structure that time, how to spread out volunteer clients to ensure that you're not overwhelmed, and everything like that. So we will definitely prepare you on that. Okay, let's see. I know I had another question. Let me scroll through and find it. Okay, here it is. Okay, so this question was from Shannon, and her question is about pay in full versus payment plans. And she asked, will I miss out on any support or bonuses? And are there any hidden fees after I join? Okay, so pay in full. With pay in full, you will save, it actually ends up being around $800 that you save with the workshop discount. Because that's kind of like a pay in full bonus is just getting a little bit of extra cash off the tuition payment. But outside of that, you don't miss out on any support or anything like that. Both payment plans and pay in full get the same access and get the same mentorship and everything like that. And as far as hidden fees, no. So once you enroll, you get lifetime access to our support and lifetime access to our program. You never pay us another penny ever again. We do have other programs that we offer through our academy that are completely separate from sleep consulting. So we have a newborn care specialist program, a parent coach certification program, and then we have a continuing education for sleep consulting that is foster and adoption. So if you choose to add those on, you will obviously pay for those programs because they're separate programs. But outside of that, there's no like annual fees or anything like that. Okay, let me go back and check really quickly. I thought I saw another question. One second. And feel free to keep sharing if y'all have any other questions as I'm talking about things too. Okay, so I do have one more question. This one is from Michelle. I do not have any sort of childcare background, but I am passionate about pediatric sleep. Will I still be able to do this, and will I still be able to be successful? So I would say the vast majority of our students have no childcare or medical healthcare, any sort of background like that is something that you would think of as being affiliated with sleep consulting, and they are still highly successful. So you do not have to have any sort of specific background. We teach you everything that you need to know from start to finish. We have brought in experts from a variety of fields to make sure that you are fully prepared. We have a lesson in our modules that is from a pediatric neurologist. His Instagram is That Sleep Doc. You may already follow him. A lot of people do. He's a really cool person to follow. So he has a lesson in our modules that is super awesome and super helpful. We have a lactation consultant that did our breastfeeding section. We have a pediatric nutritionist who supported us on the nutrition side of things. We really thought of everything to ensure that you have a well-rounded education, and you're not just learning from other sleep consultants, but you're learning from people from a variety of fields, and that you're getting a very, very thorough education so that you're fully prepared whether you are coming in with tons of experience in childcare or zero experience. So we will ensure that you are set up for success no matter what. Okay, any other questions? I still have some time, so I'm happy to hang out a little bit longer if y'all have any other questions. Let's see. Okay, somebody is typing on Facebook, so I'm going to let it sit for a second and wait for them to finish. Okay, let's see. Okay, this one is from Jasmine, and she said, how is your program different from all the others out there? There seem to be quite a few now. Yes, there are a ton of programs now. Whenever I first got certified, I think there were like 3, and now there are literally new ones popping up every single day. So there are a lot of things that make us different. This question is always really hard for me to answer succinctly because I'm like, well, there's this and this and this and this. So I'm going to try to narrow it down. So I would say, one of the biggest things is we've been around since 2018. So this is not new for us. We've been doing this for 7 years. We have graduates who graduated all the way back in 2018. So our community also includes not just us, the mentors, and myself as the owner, but it also includes those graduates who have been doing this for a long time too. And so that is one big thing. A lot of the programs that are out there now have been around like 6 months or a year. And you can be amazing at 6 months or a year. You absolutely can, but you don't have that natural, growth and expansion and all of that comes from doing this for a really long time and learning from so many different graduates and their experiences and continuing to evolve and improve constantly. So there's that. The volunteer experience is another key differentiator for us, something that is very different from most programs. A lot of programs will tell you like, hey, yeah, you should work with volunteers, but they don't require it. And they don't support you while you work with volunteers. And so that is definitely a key difference with us is that is a really important part of the process. And it is required in order to graduate from our program. You have to work with those 5 volunteers and you will be assigned a mentor, either myself or Rachel on my team. Rachel's been a sleep consultant for 11 years now. So one of us will support you while you are working with those volunteers. We review all of your sleep plans, give you very specific feedback, and then you get our support while you're working through that volunteer client process so that you are not just learning all of this information and then walking away trying to figure out how to put it into practice. And instead, you are learning in real time how to actually do this in real life while you have our support before you even graduate. And then that kind of takes me to the business side of things. And you heard me give lots of examples throughout this conversation today about how a lot of our graduates got their first paying clients from volunteer referrals. And that is absolutely true. And that is a key part of this as well, that whenever you work with 5 volunteers, they are so excited about the progress that they made, about working with you. And they are so grateful for that. And so they tend to be really, really pumped up and go out there and tell everybody that they know about you. And a lot of times that leads to your first few paying clients. And then, as you heard me talk about earlier, then it kind of snowballs from there because you no longer just have yourself out there telling everybody what you do and who you are and why they should hire you, but you now have 5 really huge fans that are out there telling everybody about you before you even graduate. And then as you work with more clients, it just kind of builds upon itself. And so that, and then the business process, like I think really and truly the business section of our program is more robust than anything else that I've seen. Unfortunately, we have students from other programs come to us often. I would say it happens at least every couple of weeks where they say, I didn't get what I needed, either from a business perspective or from a sleep perspective, and I don't feel prepared. And now I want to enroll in your program to get what I was missing. And so we have students quite often that end up investing twice because they didn't get what they needed initially, and now they need additional support. And so we have put just as much into our business side of the program as we do into our sleep science and sleep section of the program, because it's that important. If you don't know how to run a business, if you don't know how to get clients, then you have a super expensive hobby. And that is not what we want for you. We want you to be highly successful, because obviously that's better for us in our business, but it also means that you are going out there and making a difference in people's lives. And you're not able to do that if you can't get people to hire you and work with you. So those are the main things that I would say. I know that answer ended up being super long, but volunteer process, business section, and just the fact that we've been doing this a really long time. And we have a lot of experience, and we have, brought in all of the experts that you need to give you a well-rounded education and prepare you for going out there and being an incredible business owner and an incredible sleep consultant. Okay, let me see if there were any other questions submitted on Facebook while I was rambling. I don't see any in YouTube, but y'all feel free to drop questions still. We still have a little bit of time, so if you think of anything else, I will be here for just a few more minutes. Let's see, on Facebook. Okay, somebody else is typing. Okay, Kristen said, I really can only work a few hours a week because I have a full-time job that takes a lot of my time. Can I actually make any money whenever doing this for just a few hours a week? So if you were here the whole conversation, you saw the breakdown earlier of how much you can earn. If you just joined us, I know some people are just joining. So if you just joined us, I will have the replay sent out to you in email just a little bit later today, so you can go back and watch that part. But absolutely, it's realistic. A lot of our students, I would say like probably 50% or more of our students start this business whenever they are still working full-time in another job, and they only are able to dedicate like 5 to 8 hours a week in their business. And they are still able to get, 2 to 3 clients a week and earn a pretty solid income. And so as you saw on the income section, we recommend charging between $400 and like $600 to start per package per family. As you grow your business and get more experience, you can absolutely increase that. You can start higher than that to begin with. There's no reason you can't, but it's just kind of easier in the beginning while you're building your confidence and gaining experience to charge a little bit less, and then increase your prices incrementally as you gain experience. And so if you're getting 2 clients a week and working 5 or 6 hours a week, and you're charging $600, then that's $1,200 a week, right? So it's definitely possible to earn what I would consider to be a significant income. I know that income, opinions are different for everybody, probably depending on what you're earning right now in your current job or past jobs. But $1,200 to me would be great as supplemental income while I'm still earning a full-time job income. Or as a stay-at-home mom, if you are just trying to give everything to your kids and want to give them as much of your time as possible, and so you really just want to limit the amount of hours that you're working, that could also work for you. But yes, the long answer was basically yes, it's possible to earn a really decent income while working very part-time hours. And then what a lot of our students do if they are eager to leave their jobs, and this is what I did, is they will work as much as they need to build that business up to a point where they feel confident that if they were to leave their job and give more time to their business, they would then be able to scale it and earn even more. And then they make the decision to leave their job and give more to the business. So you can approach this however you want to. Some of our students come into it knowing that they will never leave their full-time job because they absolutely love what they do. And they just want extra income, and they just really love working with moms, and they want to be able to do this on the side for the long term. And that works as well. We have some graduates who literally only want to work with 1 client a month, and that is it. And so they put very little time or effort into marketing their business, and they just work with the 1 or 2 clients a month that come their way naturally. and that's what they want and that's what works for them. So that's the cool part about this. It's your business, so you get to make it whatever you want it to be, and you get to put however much effort or time you want to put into it, and you will get out of it whatever you put into it. So definitely possible. Okay, let's see. I'm going to check Facebook one more time. Okay, looks like we are good there. So it doesn't look like we have any other questions. I don't see anybody typing. I dropped the link earlier to check out payment plans and everything like that. I'm going to work on getting the email with the replay out within the next, like hour or so. So be on the lookout for that in your email, and feel free to reach out to me via email or Instagram if you have any other questions and you want to chat through them separately versus asking them on this workshop. That is totally fine. I'm happy to help. And yeah, I would love to support you however I can in this journey. So just let me know how I can help. And I hope that everybody has a fantastic day. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Bye.